Hi, I'm Deanna Dixon, Dean of Admission at Smith College. I hope that you, your family, and loved ones have remained safe and healthy during this unpredictable and crazy time of COVID-19. I'd like to ask you to please raise your hand if you are the parent or guardian of a high school junior, now a rising senior, in the era of COVID-19. Now please repeat after me. I will be patient through those things that I cannot control. I will support my rising senior in their college search by standing behind them and following their lead. I understand and trust that colleges and universities will provide the best information possible so that our juniors, rising seniors, will be prepared to apply to the schools of their choice. My hand was also up. I am the parent of a high school junior, a rising senior. I'm reaching out to you because I thought you may need some reassurance that navigating the college application process this year will be okay. Unlike this year's high school graduates, the class of 2020, who experienced their own set of challenges and disappointments, high school juniors were just building momentum. They had planned to enter their senior year with a strong start, being academically prepared with a host of solid extracurriculars. The beginning of what would have been the typical college search is anything but typical this year. College fairs are now virtual. There are no college visits or in-person college tours. How small are those dorm rooms anyway? And what's the energy on campus? Like you, I am supporting my rising senior in navigating college sites to get the best information so that she will feel confident in choosing schools to which she'd like to apply. But I do know some things. I want to share with you how I am framing this process at home from a Dean of Admission perspective. I'd like to note a couple of things that have changed the basic application process this year. One is remote learning. It's important to remember that COVID-19 has impacted us all. Colleges and universities also shifted to remote learning, as have many high schools. We understand the challenge this shift has created in the students' ability to adapt to this new learning environment. We understand that this shift has made it impossible for some students to work remotely due to lack of equipment or Wi-Fi connections, workable space in the home, or other issues that impact the ideal learning environment. The Common Application will provide space this year for students to write about the impact of COVID-19 may have had in their life, should they choose to tell us. The second change this year is how student work was evaluated this spring. Many schools changed their grading to pass, fail, credit, no credit, satisfactory, unsatisfactory. Some students feel that this change diminished the hard work they have done to earn that A or B, and now they only have a pass. Please know that this one semester will not change an institution's impression of how hard our students have worked or what they've accomplished in class. We will look at the entirety of the high school record and get to know your student, habits of mind, what they value or are passionate about, plus their academic strengths and potential. We will learn this through their recommendations, their writing, and perhaps other submissions. We understand that the second half of junior year was upended for everyone. We will not penalize your rising senior for having a pass on their transcript, and this will be the same approach should these grading systems persist through the fall. I'd like to pause here and tell anyone who is interested in transferring to Smith that you should consult our website for information about online transfer credit policies and criteria. Another disruption this year was with standardized testing. Many institutions have recognized that students were unable to take the SAT or ACT as planned and have waived test scores for the class of 2021. AP tests this year have been changed to a 45-minute online test, and there have been challenges in the electronic submission of the test answers. I admit that I'm a little biased here because Smith was already test optional for US citizens, permanent residents, and undocumented documented students. and we have been for about 10 years. My advice to you and your rising senior is don't worry. If your student is interested in schools that did not waive testing for this coming year, I suggest they be in touch with the school and ask how scores will be evaluated this year. So, how are our rising seniors going to find their fits? How are they going to navigate this new process? The college search was already overwhelming to a lot of students and families before COVID-19, so it may be even more so now, more overwhelming. Sometimes I feel, and you may too, that much has been taken away from us. But outside of visiting campuses, I'm beginning to view this virtual college search as an opportunity. With many colleges, including Smith, posting videos and virtual information as substitutes for the on-campus visit, there is almost too much information. Our rising seniors, provided they have the tools, can join a virtual information session or virtually learn about any school. They're not limited to schools they can physically visit. That's an opportunity we didn't have before, and all students are in this situation. Many things about the college search this year are the same. All of our juniors, rising seniors, should begin their search this year as they would have under normal circumstances, with self-reflection. What are they most curious about? In what environment do they learn best? What do they appreciate most about their high school that they want to keep in their college environment? What schools can best meet those needs? Our students should continue to work with their school counselor or their community-based organization for support and guidance. Trust that your school counselor or CBO mentors want the best for your student and will continue to guide them through this process. Our students should take a deep dive into school websites and YouTube channels. Please encourage your student to join mailing lists so that they don't miss any important information or updates. This is more important now than ever. We can't communicate with your student if we don't know who they are. Our students should engage with the college admission office, email, join virtual sessions, ask questions. This is not the year to be shy. We want to help you. If your student would like to connect with our current students, they should ask to be connected. If they want to reach out to faculty, they should ask. If Smith is on your students list, please offer that advice. Reach out to us. We are developing and will continue to develop virtual sessions that we hope will give your student a clear sense of who we are, the value of an education for women, what makes Smith unique. If you don't see the answers to your questions on our website or through any virtual programming, please ask. So, what are we going to do as parents and guardians? We're going to do what we were going to do before COVID-19. Support our kids. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm proceeding through this process at the pace that works for my rising senior. I'm encouraging her to set aside virtual college search time with the hope that there can be a balance between her college search and classroom Zoom fatigue. I hope to give her the confidence that she will make the right choice for herself. I send you and your rising senior my best wishes for a stress-free and inspiring college search. Parents, we can do this. Be well.